pumps at night time. In this one, there's not an awful lot of medical stuff. This is mostly, my life. It's a phone call with my mum, who couldn't come up and see me for quite a while because she was ill so much. Also, I realised watching all the old vlogs that I wear a lot of dark, sort of grey clothes. So today, I'm jazzing it up by wearing a white bear.
Morning routine. Breakfast done. Apple juice and many pills.
Same as with everything in hospital, little routines become comforting. Every single morning from the day I arrived until the day I left, I would have a bowl of Rice Krispies, a cup of tea, a glass of apple juice, and a little pot of pills that I still don't understand.
That wasn't too bad.
Right, so I'm explaining to my mum that I've been vlogging since I came in. She doesn't know what to do with the YouTube, my mum.
Yes, my mum really does call it the YouTube.
She calls every night, my mum. She's a lovely lady. I've been explaining to her that she can't come and see me because she's got a chesty cough. And she could
taking no notice.
And she could make me sick. And she's getting a bit cross at me, but I think she will listen.
Yeah, she was ill for like 3 months. In fact, now, like 4 months after that, she's probably still not completely better. It was the worst timing though, because, basically meant I didn't see her for ages, and I haven't really seen her as much as I would have otherwise since I got out of hospital.
I'm showing the vlog that this is what I do. Mum calls me for about half an hour every night, and because it means I can't edit, it gives me an excuse to stand up and do laps of the room. So I wander around again and again, and Mum gets cross at me, even though she films the whole thing like right up her nose. Right, she's right there.
Put it up like that.
No, don't actually. It's kind of creepy. It's like you're holding the camera like you're like a 16-year-old girl. That's weird. I'm showing the film that this is what I do on the phone. It's just B-roll of me doing laps of my room, holding you like this. See, I got my little microphone on.
Oh, I see.
This is how I record my audio. And then if you look here, there's the camera. So you've got the lens there. There's my little directional microphone off to the side. And then I can see what I'm doing at the top.
So when I'm filming, the majority of the audio I use, especially for these Future Chris sections, I use this. This is a little Rode Video Micro, which is a directional mic. But when I'm too far away from the camera, if I get to sort of like this distance, or if the room has got a lot of ambient noise or it's quite echoey, I'll use the little clip mic, which is this one here.
So that's how I record stuff, and I will generally sort of hold it out like this and film my own face, or I'll put it up on the table.
Be a YouTuber.
I have no desire to be a YouTuber.
The YouTubers I watch are funny, they're energetic, they're lively, they're like genuinely quite charismatic. These are all things that I am very much not.
Alright then. Well, I might see it come on or not then.
You want?
Depends if I come up or not, doesn't it, really?
Depends if you want to speak to me at all for the next few weeks. So yeah, kind of up to you, innit, really? Yeah, might wanna.
I don't want my mum to come up and do like a 3-hour round trip to come and see me so she could stand behind some glass and chat to me that way. That didn't really seem like a fair use of her time. So I told her that if she came up without my express permission, I was not going to speak to her on the phone for at least a week. I'm in no way above emotional blackmail.
End of day, Wednesday the 9th of October. It's 2 weeks since I came in. It doesn't feel like that long. I've mentioned this a couple of times. Time is weird. Time is very weird. Not been a big day in terms of stuff going on, not really. A couple of bits that I've been given though, that I wanted to talk about, and a couple of things going on at home that are worth mentioning in terms of the kind of stuff you might experience when you're in here. The first thing really is a bit upsetting in that my son is getting quite sad that I'm here. It's not a hugely exciting topic for the vlog, to be honest, but it's a big part of anybody who's going to be staying here. Obviously, being an adult, you can compartmentalize it in a way that means you kind of understand the necessity of it. My son, who's 4, has no idea. My wife told me the other day that apparently my son said that he was getting used to me not being there, which kind of broke my heart, but was really good for him to be able to say that he's not really sad that I'm not there anymore. That's really, really good. But they came up the other day, and we did quite a bit of playing. We played some Playmobil on the bed and stuff. I think it kind of hit home that I'm not there.
Watching this is kind of strange. It was one of the lowest points of being in hospital, getting those messages, hearing how upset he was, and finding out that he wasn't doing all that well with me being in hospital. There's nothing funny there. 4 months in hindsight doesn't change that. You know, he still gets nervous when I go to the doctors. So I don't know. I assume it'll get better with age. But for anybody with young kids who do this, be prepared to have to deal with the fallout, both at the time and afterwards.
I know this isn't what you want to hear, but he's crying his eyes out. I don't want him in there, mummy. I miss my daddy. It's not fair, and that's awful to have to hear. I feel terrible that I'm not there. I feel awful about all the shit that I'm subjecting everyone in my immediate family to. They have to come up here. They traipse up here, an hour and a half here, hour and a half back. Like 2 hours in the hospital, 2.5 hours. So it's a half a day at least to come up here and visit me, spending loads of money, and that my son is getting sad every single day that I'm not there, and that's rubbish. It's really rubbish. Yeah, so that's pants. That's really rubbish today. I think he'll be fine. I think it's going to be an up and down thing for him. The registrar told me that they think that I've been given the wrong days. So everybody was talking very optimistically about Lisa, the first lady at Derriford, who got out in 16 days. But he seems to think that number was not correct. It was not 16. It was 16 post-transplant. So that means I've still got like 10 days here. And I was thinking I might be out in a week at least. Rubbish stuff with Monkey aside. Other things for the day. I had a different nurse today, Rose. She introduced me to a range of new items. I'm setting them up here next to me and I'll show you. So, excuse me. I think I might be getting a cold.
I didn't get a cold, but I was sniffy for a few days, on and off. I'm assuming the massive doses of antibiotics sorted it out before it could become a thing.
So, new product. Nice, Dan. I'm going through this quite quickly. I need to do this evening. In case my mouth starts to get sore, because it's starting to get quite sensitive. My gums hurt a little bit and stuff. So go numbing, sore throat. There we go. They did my weight as well. My weight keeps going down. So I came in at 62. I think I was 64 when I did my first round of chemo. So I came in at 62 for the second round. And I was at 59. For my weight earlier on.
Weight drop had started in earnest by this point. I was 9 stone to use British money, and I think 128 pounds if I got my conversion correct earlier on. So I was definitely dropping. They were trying to fatten me up with an awful lot of drinks, sort of like 300, 400, 500 calorie a time drinks, and I was taking a few of them a day on top of all the other food and the snacks that I was eating.
They have provided me some fortified drinks. I've got a range of juices and milkshakes, just to show you. So I've got this compact protein peach mango flavour, peachy mango, and berries. They call them energy drinks, which I'm not going to have one this evening. I'm going to go for the juice. But this is a juicy drink of pineapple. I'll have one of those now. I'll do it on the front of the camera to see an honest appraisal of what it's going to taste like. I think it's probably just going to taste like juice. Plastic.
The longer I stayed in, actually, the plastic waste played a lot on my mind, and I talked to the nurses about it quite a bit. So if you think about it, every single pump they do, every single infusion, every time they do pretty much anything, it's plastic, and they just put it straight in a bin that goes into a furnace. So if you assume the amount that I had in my room was probably a pile like this big, probably nearly every single day, and you times that by 12 beds on the bay, times that by 12 to 15 wards in a hospital every single day, and then times that by however many hospitals are, it's a staggering amount of plastic. And if anybody can ever figure out how to fix this and make stuff reusable and recyclable in a way that is cost effective, they're going to become a billionaire.
Oh, that's thicker than expected. So less like a juice, more like a sort of it smells a bit funky. Did I choose the wrong one? Compact protein, 4 to sip.
I'm aware the last couple of vlogs have included some sort of intercuts of me going, man vlogs about food. And that's true, but now I'm up in the ante to have man vlogs about drinks, and then drinks them in front of you.
Doesn't it smell like Pop-Tarts? Strawberry Pop-Tarts? No. Alright, anyway, let's have a go. It's actually quite nice. That's really good. I'm going to enjoy this. Okay, I get these for free. Quite nice, protein stuff. It would have been good when I used to the gym.
Gym. I'm using the same weight as before, except this time I'm using 2 arms. Less damage.
Very briefly, not successful, you'll see. I tried to be a bit more vloggy about the whole thing, so I've set up a light and everything. People walk past and look at me like I'm absolutely mental. The reason for this is because aesthetics bother me, and this overhead light behind me made it look like the top of my head was sort of like a heaven-like god beam. So I've reduced the aperture on the camera, put the light on my face to try and compensate. Anyway, small things, not interesting things. Anyway, keep smiling, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Cheers.
I really did try that keep smiling sign off a few times, and it kind of makes sense, but I felt like a knob every single time I said it, so that one quickly stopped. It made more sense, I suppose, if I always had like a themed t-shirt and I wore it at all times, but obviously I like to wear stuff that's grey or with bears, so that wasn't going to work. Plastic stuff stressed me out, that didn't stop. Otherwise, in the next one, my mum actually comes to visit me. She completely disregards my instructions, which became a bit of a theme for my time in hospital. Nobody listens to you. Everybody assumes you're just trying to be difficult. In the next one, we do... What do we do? What do we do in the next one? So, it turns out I talked about the next one just then. There you go, I talked about my mum visiting. So, I will sign off now. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could like and subscribe, it means a huge amount. That'd be great. But otherwise, keep smiling. Please stop. Ah, don't look at it. Yeah, same. YouTubers are genuinely funny. I'm aware that the last couple of episodes have include a number of sections. Let's change this. And I talked, and I really did try that keep smiling sign.